and welcome back to another oil episode. Today's going to be a special episode for you because today I'm going to paint this. This is the very first painting I ever did. Sucks, right? This is an acrylic I did with a script liner brush and 6 little tiny acrylic paint pots, like the ones you find at the dollar store. And I made this out of it. It was right around this time that I made this painting after I've been watching Bob Ross for a while. So I'm going to repaint this painting and see if I can make it look any better. I'm going to run the colors across the screen that I'm going to use for this painting right here at the bottom of the canvas. And we'll do that. I'm going to mash it and go right into some phthalo blue. Gonna be my first waterfall painting. Just tap even amount of paint on there and make little X strokes. You start at the top and go to the middle because the phthalo blue is going to mix with the liquid white and it's going to continuously get brighter as it gets to the bottom. Now this isn't going to look nearly as similar as to the first one. Well, one, because the first one it's terrible. And two, this one's I have materials that I didn't have back then, so I can knife paint mountains in this one. Let's see. Why not? I'm going to throw some water down here, and if I don't like that, I can change this later on. Gonna be a waterfall. It's gonna be watered down here somewhere. Just get it off to the middle a little bit there. Alright. And now we got water. Well, yeah. Alright, now I'm gonna add some clouds because according to this little guy, I have clouds everywhere. So why not? I'm gonna take the round brush, go right through titanium white. You might notice I have 2 piles here. One is thicker than the other. This is I think my Winsor & Newton bit, and this is the Blick Studio bit. The Winsor & Newton's much thicker, and I like to save that for my mountains. Alright, I'm gonna just scrub in. Wow, that got dirty fast, didn't it? I'm going through one direction only, just like you do with bushes. Alright, there's one. I'm going to redo this guy. Alright. I think I'm going to hold on to this round brush for a bit. I'm going to take a little blender and just lightly go over these clouds without touching the tops. I'm going to pull them up and lightly go over them like that. This takes a very gentle touch. You can do this with a 1-inch brush, 2-inch brush, whatever brush you want. Just make sure you do it lightly. Alright, there's 2 clouds done. So I think I'm going to put one more under that guy. I have to borrow some of this thick white. Yeah. You need to make it go sideways right there. Back to the blender. Just sort of tickle it a little bit. Alright. There we go. Now for some smaller clouds, I'm going to take this fan brush and go right into the same white. Maybe there's a little cloud right there. Clouds are sort of free, it doesn't really matter what shape you have them as long as you're happy with it. Maybe there's a little cloud right here too. A bunch of clouds here. Big clouds and little clouds. Completely meant to blend this top area of the sky a little bit. So excited about doing this painting, forgot to blend the sky. Which is alright, it looked near blended anyway. Now back to the blender brush. I'm not going to do the sweeping motion with these little clouds. Blending these is going to be enough for them. Not much thick paint there. Oh, got some dark blue there. There we go. Alright. So for my clouds, now it's time for us to build the mountain. I'm going to take a knife and mix up a color with crimson, Van Dyke brown, sap green, and phthalo blue. Looking for a nice dark black color, since I forgot to buy some when I was doing the series. Look how dark that is. Can't even tell what color that is. It looks like a dark blue. And green and brown make blues. That's probably why. So I'm going to add just a touch more crimson to that. It probably won't do much because blue's much stronger than crimson. Alright, I think that's probably good enough, so I'm going to wipe the knife off. I'm going to take this color and pull it out flat. And I'm going to cut off a little roll. Now I just want some quiet mountains. To start making big choices now, where you want your mountains to live. Obviously, I put mine right there. I think one more peak or two there. All you care about is these nice tops. You don't care about what's down here yet. And boom, I think that's it. I'm going to wash the 2-inch brush first. It helps to have more than one of each brush. Not just so you, well, for me it helped me a lot to save less time washing the brush, but it is kind of fun. Especially that part. But it helps to have one for your dark colors and one for your highlights. Have to wipe off my 2-inch brush. The splatter box opened up. Now I'm going to take this 2-inch brush. No, I changed my mind. The 1-inch brush is going to do a better job for these. Sort of pulling these out. a good way to outline your shadows and highlights. Alright. You can sort of like wiggle your bristles up to here to get to the peak and then pull it down. Yeah. This is a pretty good black color, I guess. It looks blue to me on the palette, but it doesn't matter to me. Now I'm just gonna sort of blend it out into mist here. Okay. It's time to add the highlights to the mountains. Then I'm going to take this thicker white and pull it out nice and flat. I'm going to cut off a small roll, just like that. Then I'm going to touch the top and let it break, like that. Now I'm going to do this guy. Might speed this part up a bit just to save on time. Right now it's time for a shadow side, so I'm going to take this thick white and add the least little bit of this mountain color with it. Nice gray tone. So you know what? Changed my mind. You can do that with Bob's technique. Add at least a little bit of blue to get a nice shadow color. Sometimes I like to go for the grayish black color, sometimes I like to go for the blue color. Today I want the blue color. Now doing the same thing I did here, I'm going to let the paint break, but I'm going to do it this way, like this. And I'm going to add sort of a curve motion to it. Get your little roll. There's a little shadow there. Now I'm going to fast forward this bit. Oh, another trick, if you want to make it look like this mountain's in front of that one, you can just cover them up. Oh, I should mention though that you should probably put the shadows on him before you do that. Sorry. Alright. Let me just run through it again. Yeah. Alright. back to the fast forward. Sorry about that, I had to restart the camera. Alright. Now once you finish that, actually, I want to re-highlight this little area, yeah, just for that special little peak right there. Yeah, if you accidentally cover up your highlights, it's okay. You can go right over it again if you have a gentle touch. I'll take this blender brush and tap at the bottom here to give a misty effect and touch in the direction that you're going. Like highlights go this way, shadows go this way. And then sort of pull it up. Also following those same directions. Alright, now according to the picture, I think I have a forest in front of here. Yeah, I have a forest with some land, and then I have a gigantic waterfall going down. But I'm not going to do that because that doesn't look right to me. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. So now, I'm going to wash the brown brush, and fast forward this part, but then stop it when I beat the devil out. You'll see. Alright, how's that for video editing? Just to wipe off my brush. Got paint thinner on it. Be careful getting paint thinner on your hands, it'll make them kind of itchy. Let's see. I'm going to go into phthalo blue, just a bit of this mountain color, and then at the top of it have sap green just for to give a greenish forest kind of to it, give it that kind of vibe. Alright, more phthalo blue in this mountain color and a little more of that sap green. Now, reflections. I have reflections in it for some reason, so I'm going to add those anyway. Pull straight down. Alright. Take palette knife, some brown. Add a bit of land. I'm just gonna, just a little shore. Don't worry about it. We'll highlight this in a bit and make it look all nice and shiny. Right, I'm going to take this brown with a bit of white and just sort of mix them together. I don't leave it kind of marbly, give it a better dirt effect. And just like the mountain, barely touch it. go. And take liquid white and cut it, pull it out flat, and then sort of cut it across like that. So I have a nice little bit on the right on the edge. Now I'm going to cut right into the canvas for a happy little water line. I'm going to speed this part up too. Alright, I think that's good enough for my water lines. So now I think comes the waterfall. Now I gotta decide how I want to do this. I think take too much brush with a vast amount of white. And where do I want you? I want it right here. This might not look great because this is my first oil waterfall. Maybe I should add just a bit of dark in here to make some of the white stand out. Yeah, actually looks kind of cool. Alright, now we need stones to contain this massive waterfall. For that I'm gonna take the big knife. Big knife for a big job. I'm actually gonna take the same mountain color and maybe this stone comes out right here. Yeah, big stone. It's a bit of a challenge for me. That's good. Man, this is a big stone. This one just comes out like that. It's sort of like the mountain. I'm going to... Well, my round brush is dirty, I'll just use it. I'm going to pull it out like my mountains. Want those rocks to have a nice crisp edge. And I'm going to stop about here because I'm going to cover all this up. Now I'm going to use this highlight color. I'm going to sort of make a top for these and then make a cliff. right here. Let the knife work for you. Let it break. All these nice look holes. It makes it look realistic. Alright. I think this needs more white. Right. I'm going to fast forward this part too because it's just like the other one. Alright. I'm going to take round brush and let this sort of turn to reflections right here. Yeah. That's what I want. I want this to end up being a reflection of that rock right here. Sometimes letting the brush on the paper towel can help get excess color off. Now I need a fan brush. Take this white that I use for the clouds and sort of push up here. A lot of crashing going here. This is one massive waterfall. It's crashing up against these big stones too. But the bigger crashes are happening here. Ooh, getting dirty. I'm gonna get more white. Right. Go right into the white. And just sort of go nuts right here. And right at the bottom, I'm gonna let this dissipate into the water right here. I'm gonna take the blender brush and actually blend out this little crashing action right here. Sort of like we did the cloud. Yeah. More foamy here, more detail there because it's actually hitting the rock. It's even closer to us. And just little crashes there. It's not looking half bad, is it? Now it's time to fill the rest of this up. Before that, I'm going to wash this brush. Alright. In the picture, I have a giant tree with some bushes and land right here. So I'm going to take some sap green and blue and this black color and tap it into this brush. That and Van Dyke brown. Tap it in. Yeah, there used to be a tree here to watch this cool waterfall. Told you not to worry about that little area and cover it up. Now, what the heck, I'll just have it come all around here too. Right, now I also have some bushes there, so I'm gonna do this because you need dark for this to stick to. I don't lay all the bushes over here though, I'll just have it on this side. I also have a deciduous tree. I think I'll actually keep that. Tap into this dark color. Maybe here he is. just tap him in down right here. However, this is a good view. I think he should watch that with somebody. I'll give him a friend right here. It's a small friend, but a friend nonetheless. Right. I'm going to wash this brush again. Beat the devil out of it. Alright, I'm going to take this green and this cad yellow, more yellow than green, and just tap it in. Alright. No, I think I actually changed my mind. I'm going to take the 1-inch brush and do that little motion I did with the cloud. Maybe even add just a drop. Restart the camera again. Right? Just a bit of paint thinner and go right in there. One direction only. Take the round edge up. Needs more yellow. It's not really sticking. Key trick to this is to adding a crazy amount of paint. A lot of paint. Like, I'll do this guy as an example. Alright. Get more yellow. Heck, springtime. Maybe I should have done this as a pink tree. Right. Do you believe I had some bushes here? Work on each one of these individually. I'm going to add a touch of crimson to that just to make them look a little different. Looks kind of pretty anyway, like red flowers. Right, it's time to wash this brush again. Absolutely love doing that. Alright, it's time to tap in some grass highlights. Obviously that's not working. I need more yellow. Maybe that can be my signature catchphrase here on YouTube. More yellow. Added just a drop of paint thinner to... Oh yeah, look at that. That is just right where what I was looking for. Right. Yeah, just a touch of liquid white. Not too much, though. It'll change the color. Say right now, yellow again. More yellow! Yep. Needed more yellow. Alright. think it's actually enough grass highlight for me. Just about. Alright, now it's time for a very cool part. I didn't add any trunks to this tree. You know why? Because this is liquid white. I can just add a little indication of a tree trunk and a little stem simply by scratching the paint. Do this mostly in the dark areas. That's where it'll be most noticeable. Same here with the bushes. Right here in these dark areas. You want to do more of these at the top of the trees because there's more branches in here at the bottom, so you don't want to do too many down here. Alright, and now I believe it is time to give this an actual signature, because if you notice on this painting, I never signed it. So I'm going to run my script liner through paint thinner and right into my crimson. I like to sign in red because it's my favorite color. And get this as thin as ink. And right here is where I'll sign it. Well, as signed this, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video. It is very lengthy, but I hope you enjoyed every minute of it, as much as I enjoyed every minute of editing it. Alright, see, look how easy it flowed off. Also, it helps not to do it over your bushes. Yeah, just as a last note. So, thank you very much for watching this video. There's only 2 episodes left of this second series until I get more painting supplies. And then it's if you want me back. Hope you do. So thank you very much for watching this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hope to see you again next time. Happy painting, and bye-bye.